Good afternoon, friends, followers, channel members. Hope you're all well. Oh, how nice it is to say afternoon and not evening. It's daylight in the sim. I can't remember the last time we saw daylight. It's only a short hop, not got that much time today, but I do miss daytime flying. Looking forward to summer coming around, and then we get those beautiful, even flying in the evening, we get those beautiful low sunset colours, which, let's be fair, Flight Sim 24 does look amazing when we do that. So looking forward to today's flight to Leeds, Bradford, the airport I often tout as being the airport built in the worst location. Runway faces the wrong way, and it is indeed built on top of a hill. So always good fun coming into Leeds, and I think we're on runway 32 for the approach today as well, so coming in from the south, which is nice. Might even be able to see my house on the approach depending on how we get in. But yeah, just beautiful evening sort of sunset colours coming up. Belfast to Leeds, one of the routes that Easyjet do. We're in the A319 as well this evening, so all good fun indeed. So welcome, guys, great to see you jumping in. Hey Fruitbat, J-Hog, Lee JC, wrong way as well. Hey Lulu, Dwyle, good afternoon to you guys. Lulu, you in the middle of the flight, a real one or a sim one? Christian, good evening. Good to see you as always. Then while we over on Twitch, we'll be flying later this evening. No, only got time for this one today, I'm afraid, but I like the short ones. The short ones are intense. I know we spend more time on the ground prepping than we do flying, but that's what happens in real life. So a flight like this, we'll be looking at the arrival, we'll be looking at that before we even push back from the gate. So yeah, there we go. And I love the scenery as well, Purge's scenery. And we're off to Inbuild, Leeds Bradford Airport. So that should be good. In fact, oh, do you know what? I've just had a horrible thought. Let me just check something. Oh God. I think I've got both Orbex and Ingalls through Bradford Airport in the sim. Oh Lord knows what's going to happen when we get there. I'm not going to quit it and restart it. I haven't got time for that. It might look interesting, or it might just crash the desktop. Anyway, let's find out together, shall we? Oh, why I've got A320 driver says I had a coincidence night stop yesterday at Belfast. Oh, Belfast City. That's a great little airport to fly into as well, isn't it? Josh says, hi Gavin, can you give me the confidence to start flying on VATSIM? So thank you. You are very welcome, Josh. Glad you're enjoying it. And Brian celebrating 35 months of channel membership, so that is awesome. Says love these short flights as well. Yeah, they're always busy, aren't they? So let's bring up our operational flight plan and we'll start going over some stuff. Here it is. So yeah, flight time's about 45 minutes, which is what you can see there. We're not very heavy, not the A319. Leeds isn't that popular. Hey Desperado, good to see you. We've got about 10 tons on the payload. Takeoff weight is going to be well below our max landing weight, so we can forget about that. Manchester is our alternate usual cost index. Travelling today at 23,000 feet, so anti-ice might be required if we're in clouds during the cruise. Now this has got my attention. We've got a nice tailwind as well. The shear rate, look at that, it's approaching 10 at top of descent. That tells me it could be a bit bumpy around our top of descent, so worth letting the cabin crew know that you probably want to have got your cabin crew service all stowed away. Don't be walking down with pots of tea and things like that at that point, because we might hit some pockets. So what else have we got? Plug fuel is about 3.7 tons. Manchester's sitting at 1.7. Flight log, nothing really concerning there. We know this area well. Quick look at the weather, 350 good visibility. Leeds has got nice weather, so for once we should be able to get in without going around or diverting. That's nice. Good weather all around the UK. Looking at that, all the 9s on the weather scale. So Cat 1 everywhere. Paul says there's lots of plane noise in the background. You're struggling to hear me. Is there? Oh, hang on. Let's jump in. Is that a little bit better? Didn't sound too loud in my headphones, so apologies if the if the balance was out. But yeah, so that's all looking good. A little bit, have a check of the NOTAMs, see what we've got here. So I don't think we've got any windsock unserviceable. I don't think we've got anything there that is too worrisome. In fact, we've got nothing, so that's fine. Flight plan and then the weather chart. So that's the route that Nats have given us, just south of the Isle of Man, and then we come back in. Bit of the jet stream there. You can see that's responsible for the tailwind we've got. No other significant weather though, so that's fine. And then if we just have a look here at the top of descent, you can just see the wind shifting a little bit on that bottom chart, probably responsible for that shear rate that that we've got as well. Christian says he tried the new Genoa scenery yesterday. It's not compatible. Had a giant tree double the size of the Empire State Building sitting on the airport until 500 feet. Oh dear. But yeah, so that's our flight. So in terms of extra fuel, no real reason to take much extra fuel today, but it is Leeds. So I'll probably load 4 ton. It's just rounding it up slightly. It's not a lot extra. Should be plenty. So that's the plan. Look at that sun, those clouds. I know people have a love-hate relationship with Flight Sim 24. I mean, if it crashes today, it's my fault, having 2 sceneries for the same airport in at Leeds, but never mind. Hey, cabin crew, we're already up here if you want to start getting prepped and getting the passengers on shortly. I'll let cabin crew know we're ready. So...
Okay, Captain. I'll start preparing for boarding right away.
So I think we've also got ATC knocking about. We've got some ATIS to listen to. What we've got? 2613. Let's have a listen.
Aldergrove Information Echo, time 1520 Zulu. Runway in use 25, transition level 75, surface wind 340 degrees 8 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Clouds few at 3,500 feet. Temperature 5. Dew point 2. QNH 1008. Landing aircraft expect to vacate right onto crossing runway 1735. Ground and tower are closed. Contact Aldergrove radar 133.125. Acknowledge receipt of information echo and advise aircraft type on first contact.
Right, so that's our ATIS all sorted. So, just double checking usual stuff. Aircraft's in our turnaround phase. We should have that turned to captain. So, pumps are off. We're on external power. All the lights, everything, that's all off. We've got nav logo lights on. And then just checking spoilers, that's parking brakes. Walking 2000. Acupressure's not yet in the green. And that's all fine. Let's have a look at getting the rest of everything set up. Dwyle, how do I get the cabin crew to react to it? Dwyle, it's Say Intentions. Link in the video description down below, mate. Check that out. You can also get a free trial of it as well, because it is really, really good. And if you only want the cabin crew and not the air traffic control, it is a one-time purchase. It's not ongoing. It's a one-time purchase. I think it's quite expensive. I think it's about £50, but that's it, and there's lots more features planned. Really looking forward to the ground crew feature coming soon. So what was the QNH 1008? I haven't told the ground crew to start loading my aircraft yet. Let me just do that. Hopefully GSX didn't work properly last time, did it? Let's see if it has better luck today. So let's just see. Fingers crossed that will work. We've only got 105 passengers today on our little baby bus. Oh, something's happening. Look, cargo doors opened, and it wasn't me, so there must be somebody out there. 1215, monitor the guard frequency, switching panel to normal. Thrust levers, engine wheel mass selection there, or okay, landing gear down, obviously. And let's set up the FCU 1008. I think our initial climb here is 4,000 feet. But I will double check that. Pilot Johnny, am I using Rex Atmos? No, because Atmos doesn't work with Flight Sim 24. Hey Willie, what's the cruise altitude today on the short flight? About 10 feet. It's only 23. It's definitely not good. So yeah. Josh, will the ground ops come to those who bought the one-time purchase, or is it a subscription? Josh, I'm not sure. There might be more information on their website. But as I say, link in the video description below. So yeah, check that out. Right, okay, that's all fine. Let's start popping in the information then and checking the box out. Where is the operational flight plan? There we are. Okay, so we've got IRS. Well, 3 nav greens. That's fine. Aircraft status. Valid Eric cycle. I finally remembered to update it, so that's good. Let's do our init request. What's our call sign today? Easy 68 Mike Kilo, so it's not too bad. Can live with that. A320 driver. I don't use the wing EFS. No, I'm wing flex. All my hardware is wing flex, apart from the thrustmaster pedals and thrust levers and side stick, etc. But the McDo, the full FCU unit combo, is all wing flex. What did I just say? Easy 68 Mike Kilo. Let's get that in. Cost index of 4. Let's download those wins. Just having, I mean, any McDo, honestly, is a vast improvement of having to click with the mouse. Ground temperature is currently 6. Tropo is 30933. Let's get that in. Is in it, 54,397 north, 612.9 west. They're all in agreement, and we are stand 13 today. Cruising at flight level 230, temperature of -44. Alright, so we are off runway 25. There are no SIDS here in Belfast, of course. I don't think there's any SIDS or stars either for Leeds, so it's a SIDless, starless journey today. Just clear that discontinuity out as well. And then the arrival into Leeds, the ILS-32. Again, there you go, no star. We use no veer. We're not a GA aircraft. We're not going to fly over the LBA and circle to land, unless ATC then tell us they particularly want to fly that. I don't think they are there, so we'll probably just self-vector. Normally, the ATC at Leeds will just give you radar vectors in to the ILS, etc. So that's fine. Pilot Johnny, dare you press the trigger realistic failure at some point during this flight? Pilot Johnny, I have enough failures in Flight Sim 24 at the moment without triggering any extra ones. So right, so that is 210 miles. I've got 226 miles on the OFP. That's fine. Christian, wouldn't it be faster to take the ship to Liverpool and train to Leeds? Do you know what, Christian? Clearly you don't live in the UK and you don't know what our trains are like, so absolutely not. Right, so that's the flight plan done. Radnav page, BFS. It's not BFS, it's Belfast. Let's get that in. Although I think I don't know if that's serviceable anymore in real life, the Belfast VOR. Not something that we need to use. So that's fine, and let me just nip over and get our load sheet from our first officer's side. O'Brien's just said to Josh, ground services are available to the one-time purchase of Entourage. It includes everything except air traffic control. Excellent. Accept that. Have we got 2 load sheets? Well, they're being very efficient today, sending us 2. So, we've got 0 fuel at 51.9. It's light, isn't it? 0 fuel at C of G is 29.9. And takeoff C of G, just making a note of this for the performance later, 28.9. Okay, fuel for the alternate, what did I say that was? I think it was 1. No, CNR is 1.7. Alternate, we'll call that 0.9, just round that up. And hit the fuel planning, see what it says then. So, we're going to take 4 tons, see what the aircraft wants. It wants 3.4, that's absolutely fine. So we're not confirming block. Takeoff weight is 55.7. Extra 17 minutes thinking time, holding time, etc. on board. So yeah, that's all good. All right, let's do the performance calculations then. Let's hop back over into my seat.
Hello.
So, it is currently dry here. I've got flaps 1, no need to force target. Anti-ice will be off. What was the cloud level? 3,500. Yeah, don't need it. And takeoff weight 55.7. And our CFG is 28.9.
Good afternoon.
Okay, full length departure. And we've got figures then of 134, 134, 138. Transition altitude is 6,000 feet. Flex is 68. Flaps 1. And let me just grab the engine out stuff then for Belfast.
Hello.
Log into SimSmart.
This way. This way, please.
Echo Golf Alpha Alpha.
May I see your
Runway
boarding pass?
25.
Hello.
1268, 1268, 1268. Fine. With the new stops, that's 1068,
Welcome on board.
1068,
This way, please.
and engine out 1068. Alright, second flight plan.
This way, please. May I see
Engine out procedure is 1800 feet. It's a left turn back to Belfast VOR. Well, maybe it might still be being used then. Let's pop that
this
in.
way.
Of course, we're not going to use it as a VOR if we don't need to. Just use it as a nav aid. So Belfast, enter the hold, and 052, left turns.
Hello.
Had we done that then, we're then coming back in to Belfast, and it's going to be an arrival 25. No stars, of course, and Belfast is one of the VIAs, so that will do. Let's just check that's all okay. BK, do I still fly by A320? It's not officially supported in Flight Sim 2024, is it, at the moment? So, not at the moment. As soon as it is, I'd like to try it again. So, just checking that. Straight out, left turn, enter the hold of Belfast. Yeah, it's pretty much there. I will brief how we will do that, because I've not actually created a waypoint, so like 12 miles out or anything like that, which is one way that you can do it. Okay, so that's fine.
Welcome
Take
aboard.
that.
Hello.
And I think air traffic control is knocking around, as I say, so we shall just
Welcome on board.
give them a call and check our clearance. 133125.
This way, please. This way, please. This way, please.
It's the only bit of hardware missing now, isn't it? The audio control panel.
This way, please. Good afternoon.
I think you're going to, isn't it?
That's correct, yeah. Flight 450, go Delta.
Belfast approach. Good afternoon. Easy 68 Mike Kilo stand 13 A319 with information echo requesting clearance as far to Leeds.
May I see your
Easy 68 Mike Kilo Ultra Radar, good afternoon. Clear to Leeds by Pepod. Climb initially 5,000 feet. Squawk 2164, QNH 1008.
Cleared initially by waypoint Pepod. Initial climb of 5,000 and squawk 2164. Easy 68 Mike Kilo.
Easy 68 Mike Kilo, correct.
Okay, so
Easy 904, you on frequency.
just a slight change to the departure then. Let's just get the squawk in. I always forget otherwise. 2164. Initial climb was 5,000. And let me just get the departure charts up. So we are going initially to Pepod. Oh, where's Lisbo gone? fair enough. We're bypassing Lisbon altogether. So get rid of Lisbon and straight to Pepod, which is fine. So let me just double check. Was Pepod part of the original? So just temporarily erase that. Oh yeah, Pepod's straight in after Lisbon. Right, in that case then. Clear out Lisbon. We're done. Hey, Reese Lewis, I did see that London submitted the application to the CA for the 320 Neos. That would be awesome. They would need a software update, I'm sure, though, because they'll need some spoilerage deployment on the way down. A bit like the 318s do. See you later, J Hog. By the way, I answered your earlier question. No, I've not seen the news about Doncaster. Heard about runway, Heathrow getting a third runway again. I'll believe that when I see it. Okay, so that's all done. Let's now have a look at the arrival into Leeds. The reason we're doing that is because it's such a short flight. So there are a few things that we want to sort of take on board now, because we won't have time to later. So let's jump straight into the arrival performance page. So our planned landing weight, let me just grab the planned landing weight. We'll do a dispatch landing calculation. Landing weight is 53.7. We've taken a bit of extra fuel as well. We've taken about 300 kilograms extra. So let's do a landing weight of 60, let's call it 64.2 for, sorry, 54. 54.2 for landing. We're going to be on runway 32. It's not raining there at the moment. Makes a change. So 54.2, and it's probably going to be a flaps full landing. Yeah, flaps full landing. So we've already done that. We know that we're going to be do a flaps full landing. We can also at this point as well just start setting up the box, because it is such a busy flight. Leeds QNH 1004. We'll have to check this all en route, of course, but you know, if it doesn't change, then it's great. Temperature is in. The wind's currently 340 at 8, and the minimums for a Cat 1 approach at Leeds is 900. Already scribbled that down and got that written in front of me. Config full landing. So there we go. That's the approach page setup, which saves us, you know, saves us quite a bit of time. So that's good. And then the other thing to have a look at is we'll have a look at the arrival, just sort of get that in our mind, and then we'll do the full sort of departure brief. So I'm just waiting for my flight planner to load. There it is. So let's just have a quick look at this so we just know what to expect. So we're going to be coming in via the Pole Hill VOR. So that's here. Bit of MSA 35, and that takes us then straight to the LBA. Now, normally Leeds Air Traffic Control, if they're online with the radar service, they would vector us in. If we have to follow a full procedure for whatever, the idea is to fly over the LBA and then make the teardrop approach. Our plan will be to leave the Pole and then sort of self-direct ourselves in there. The platform altitude then is 3,000 feet, so already just going to nip into the fixed info page. Echo Golf November Mike runway 32, 3,000 feet, so that's 9 miles, just so we've got something to work towards as I'm coming in. And there's nothing too worrisome about this approach. It's all pretty normal. It's a 3,000 feet is platform altitude. We're doing a Cat 1 approach. Minimum's 900. 3-degree flight path angle. 3 degrees on the PAPIS. Slight displaced threshold there. And once we land at Leeds on this this way, we will be coming here. It will be taxing off to the right. So just getting that in our mind before we go. A little bit of a terrain just to the northwest sector there. You can see that that hump there. And the missed approach is straight out 2,000 feet. Right turn back to the LBA, climbing to 3,000. So just getting that in our minds. We've sort of semi-briefed all that and how we're going to do it, and there's nothing really worrisome there that we need to talk about at the moment, but it's in our minds, ready to go as and when we need. So let's talk about our actual our actual departure then and get that on. Just before I do that, all passengers are boarded and fuel is loaded, so I'm going to get the seatbelt signs on and I'm going to start the APU, then we'll be ready to go as soon as we can. Brian, you've just booked your Easyjet flight Manchester to Amsterdam for the VATSIM show. I really wanted to go to that. Unfortunately, I'm busy that weekend, so I can't do it, which is a real shame. Let's get the pumps on. APU is starting, so that's fine. Hey guys, just letting you know, we're hoping to be pushing back within the next 10 minutes. Just let ATC know what's happening.
Thanks for the update, Captain. I'll make sure the cabin crew is ready for pushback in about 10 minutes.
Dwyle, I know the fuel is uploaded because it says there, fuel on board for 4 tons, which is what we requested, and the EFB tells you that everyone's board. Right, so let's brief. Do you know what I have done? I've lost my checklist. Where have you gone? There we go, need that. Okay, so just starting with the weather, no real significant weather here out for our departure or en route. Bit of a tailwind. We have got a low cruise altitude today, so if we do find ourselves in cloud, check the temperature. Might need anti-ice. A little bit of anti-ice as well on the climb out, looking at the clouds around as well. Weather in Leeds is looking good visibility. It's all dry, so nothing worrisome there. The only thing to do is actually we probably just need to tell the cabin crew. That probably about 50 minutes out they could get a bit bumpy, so I will do that. Hey Caroline, just let you know when we're about 15-20 minutes out from landing it could get a little bit bumpy, so just make sure all the cabin services is cleared off before then, please. So hopefully just they will appreciate that little heads up.
Understood, Captain. I'll ensure all cabin service is cleared before we start our descent.
There we go. So that's fine. Aircraft today, we're in an A319, little baby bus. Everything's working apart from the weather radar, so that's good. We've got no times to worry about either. And let's talk about the taxi and the departure. So we are parked in the usual place. We're stand 13, which is it's just here. So we're going to push back, we'll face south, then we're going to taxi down, and then it'll be taxiing via Alpha, full length departure. The departure then itself is going to be straight out. Once we're above MSA 3,400 feet, we'll make that left turn direct to Pepod, and then we're on route. There are no speed restrictions or anything like that, so that's fine. We can just clean up and accelerate as we go. So yeah, pretty straightforward this departure. MSA is 3.4 and then 3.5 for that little sector to the southeast. So yeah, happy with all of that. Any threats or anything else to think about? Nothing jumping out at me today. All seems pretty good, and I think APU is up and running. So I'll tell ground crew now we can disconnect the external power. That can go. Seatbelt signs are on. We'll get the APU bleed on. Give it another minute, and we'll get the packs on, and we're good to go. Reza, I don't have a promo code for the PUA career. I'm afraid didn't affect my performance at all. So don't worry about that. Let's get back on frequency. 133.125.
On stand 14, we've got Echo, QNH 1008, clearance to Liverpool, please.
Easy34 Yankee Victor, Oliver Winner, good afternoon. Cleared to Liverpool via Pepod, climb initially 5,000 feet, squawk 7027.
Initially Pepod, 5,000 feet, squawk 7027, Easy 34 Yankee Victor.
Easy34 Yankee Victor, correct.
Approach Easy 68 Mike Kilo, stand 13, and we're ready for push and start.
Easy 68 Mike Kilo, stand 13, push and start approved.
Push start approved, thanks. Easy 68 Mike Kilo. Dwyle, it says on the it tells me on the tablet, on the Fenix tablet.
Easy 904, you seem to have missed the localizer there. If you want to continue the turn heading 070 degrees.
So, cockpit preparation checklist, aircraft acceptance has all been completed. Fuel quantities 4 tons, seatbelt signs are on. Ideas, we've got the 3 nav green
All
and
stations, all stations, New Aldergrove information is Foxtrot. Information Foxtrot, Mike Cards Aldergrove, no significant change, Aldergrove out. And all stations, Belfast City, information is now Foxtrot. Information Foxtrot, now Belfast City, no significant change there, Aldergrove out.
We just listened to that 8 has changed, that's fine. So Barra FQNH is
904, continue to left turn heading 270 degrees,
270 feet.
clear Dallas, approach runway 25.
Turn left heading 270,
beacon light on,
904,
transponders on.
approach.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
It might not always work as intended, but my, the sim does look beautiful when it works. The sim is going to crash coming into Leeds, I'm telling you. Can't believe I've got two sceneries installed.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Nose wheel steering is disconnected, and looks like we've also got the final load sheet. So takeaway at 55.7, 105 passengers plus 4 infants. Zero fuel weight is 29.9 and takeoff is 28.9.
Docking gear.
Perfect. No LMCs. Accept that. Danny, you can turn all the AI traffic off in the settings. It's under I think it's under the graphic settings, Danny. Rebajid, am I using the GSX to Phoenix mod?
904, turn right
No,
heading
no.
270 degrees,
That
clear Dallas, approach runway 25.
hasn't been needed for a while now.
Turn right heading 270 degrees, easy 904.
Level 25, does FSLTL work on flight sim 24? Yes, it does, but some liveries don't work, and you'll end up with pink textures. But until they update it, we just have to wait.
V34 Yankee Victor, hold position. Company's going to be pushing off your right hand side.
Roger, hold position, EC34 Yankee Victor.
Release parking brakes, please.
Parking brakes are so before start checklist, we've got the parking brake is on. Takeoff data, just confirm it is 134 134.
If you want to do a straight pushback on stand 10, and make
Windows
sure
closed.
you're clear the alley, that would work.
Heads on flight mode and doors closed
Release parking brakes.
and armed. Beacon light is on.
We'll
Parking
wait for
brake
the
released.
company to finish their push. We don't want to cause any issues. EC34 Yankee Victor.
Start at will.
EC34 Yankee Victor, very clear. Thank you very much.
Should one radar requesting taxi, please.
Shadow 1, you're on
Okay, engine mode selected to ignition, starting engine 1.
Echo, enter runway 35, hold short runway 25.
Hey, Elliot. Just put us on it instead. We'll entertain your fans, mate.
Yeah, it's going to be Foxtrot, then Echo, enter runway 35, hold short runway 25.
49. Departing from Belfast and heading to Leeds.
Got that,
My
so
name is
Foxtrot
Sarah,
Echo,
and
going
on
into
behalf of
35,
the
hold
entire
short on
crew,
25.
I would like to introduce our captain, Easyjet.
1894, listening to Mr. Localizer again, turn right heading 090 degrees.
Jack, Sarah, and Tom.
Turn right
We are
heading
delighted to have you
090
with us
degrees,
today. Our
easy
estimated
94.
flight time is approximately 45 minutes. Now, let's go through some important
Hello,
safety
Radar. Hello,
information.
Easy. Papa, information Foxtrot, ready, copy departure clearance Manchester.
To unpack
Flying Walnut, mate, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Really do appreciate that. Good afternoon to you.
Climb initially 3,000 feet, and squawk 2713.
Engine 1, good start.
Can I
Starting
take
engine
the
2.
Papa, finish climb 3,000 foot, 2713, the Papa.
Put your own mask on before assisting others. For our water
Easy, is Papa correct?
life vests are located under your seats. To use the vest, pull it out, place it over your head, and pull the straps around
Shopsy, is it safe to depart with VATSIM, then switch to Beyond ATC, then switch back to VATSIM when close?
Radar Easyjet Papa A firm after departure.
It is, but make sure you're monitoring Unicom at all times.
Easyjet Papa, A firm after departure is going to be the right turn out direct to Pet Pod.
Roger, thank you.
I would not have traffic injection on with Beyond ATC though if I was doing that.
After our meal service, I will be coming around to offer items from the Easyjet shop, so do keep an eye out for that. Thank you for your attention, and we hope you enjoy your flight.
Father's Game 2? Yeah, we're on VATSIM. Mike, you usually start engine 2 first as easy as a policy on yes. Yes, easy, and many other low-cost carriers
Easy-904, turn right heading 220
have always started engine 1
clear out,
first
approach runway 25.
to keep it consistent with single engine operations and taxis. Airbus have recently also changed the SOPs because they now agree. I got good engine start on 1 and 2. We're now clear both sides, so engine mode select 2 normal. APU off, anti-ice not required. APU masters, that can come off. And then on the spoilers, 0 the rudder, flaps 1, set our trim. And they have to start checklist. So anti-ice is off, ECAM status is checked, pitch trim is 28.9, rudder is neutral. It's a short taxi, so we'll do flight control check. We've got full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, and neutral rudder, full right, full left, and neutral. Easy 68 Mike Kilo, ready for taxi.
Easy 68 Mike Kilo, thank you, taxi, holding point Alpha 1, runway 25 via Lima Alpha.
Hold Alpha 1, runway 25 via ran Alpha for Easy 68 Mike Kilo.
And EZ34 Yankee Victor, let's accompany A319, taxis behind your right to your left, start 13, push and start approved.
After the company 319 right to left, push start approved, EZ34 Yankee Victor.
I've still got
EZ904, we've seen you, Mr. Localizer, you'd continue the right turn heading to 70 degrees.
I would.
Turn right heading 07 degrees.
Heading to 70.
Are the tug drivers still in place?
EZ904, do you have visual with the airport?
Unlocking gear.
Sorry, can you repeat?
Cancel master.
Do you have visual with the runway?
Yeah, I have vision.
EZ904, okay, cleared visual approach runway 25, and the surface wind there, 340 degrees, 9 knots.
Clear visual approach, EZ904.
Tow truck disconnected.
And EZ904, clear to land runway 25, wind 340 degrees, 9 knots.
Left is clear, right is clear.
Clear to land runway 25, EZ904.
Don't need a localizer if you go in visual, Christian. That'll be fine this time, I'm sure. Okay, so solid left's clear, right's clear, wing walker's clear. Let's go.
KLM 380, stands number 1, Belfast City, push and start approved. You're going to be facing south.
Push and start approved from KLM 380. And radar Easyjet Papa, request push.
Okay, so we've got no LMCs or changes to our performance.
Caution to KLM, pushing stand number 1.
Engine out procedure is straight out 1800 feet, and it's a left turn back to the Belfast VOR.
And A-firm, that was facing south.
Hold 4,000 feet, this is above MSA, and departure is straight out. Once past MSA, 3,400 feet, we made a left turn direct to our first waypoint, Puppet. Initial climb 5,000.
EZ904, go around.
EZ904, understand you're going around, maintain runway heading, climb to altitude 3,000 feet.
Maintain runway heading, climb altitude 3,000 feet.
Lumi, you've been left at the gate. Oh, well, never mind. There'll be another flight later. Actually, to Leeds, no there won't. There'll be another one tomorrow. Alright, taxi checklist then. Flight controls have been checked. Flap settings, config 1. FMA 134, 138, climb now blue, 1FD2, 5,000 blue. Radar and predictive wind shear are on. Engine mode selection is normal. ECAM MO, we've got takeoff no blue, and the EFB is stowed.
Approach, good afternoon, Flight 247, passing FSLTL 190 inbound Belfast with you.
What was the call sign? Sorry, again there.
Flight 4247.
Mikey
Thank
PT,
you, Yankee 4247.
if,
Alder Group, good afternoon.
if you want to get in touch,
Information
mate,
is Foxtrot. You
feel
can
free to drop us an
expect
email
vectors,
or
Alice
join our
approach
Discord server and drop me a
125,
DM.
Descent at flight level 100, and if you could type your call sign into chat so I can call you the right call sign, please.
Extract doctoring for Alice Position 825 for the Sentinel 100, Flight 4247.
Flight Katia 4247, thank you.
Mikey, right, okay, fair enough. I will admit, I have no idea what whispers are, mate. Is that... it's not something I've come across before.
Easy 904, turn right.
I'm archaic when it comes to PC tech and modern ways of communication. You should know that.
Easy 68 Mike Kilo via Alpha 1, line up with runway 25.
Discord is perfect, mate. I understand that. Thanks so much. I'll get to that shortly.
Easy 68 Mike Kilo via Alpha 1, line up with runway 25.
Alpha 1, line up and wait runway 25, easy 68 Mike Kilo. Okay, approach path's clear, lights on.
Easy 68 Mike Kilo, after departure it's going to be a left turn direct to Pepod. Clear for takeoff runway 25 Aldergrove, the wind at 340 degrees, 9 knots.
After departure, left turn direct Pepod and clear takeoff runway 25, easy 68 Mike Kilo. Okay, line up checklist, cabin is secure, takeoff runway 4, length 25, TCAS, TARA, and PAX 1 off. Let's go.
Lima Alpha, Alpha 1, easy 34 Yankee Victor.
Take off, start the chrono.
Belfast approach, Ryanair 152, radio check.
Radar 152, Aldergrove radar, good afternoon, readable B5.
Stable, Manflex, SRS, runway, auto thrust, blue.
Ryanair 152 requesting IFR clearance to Edinburgh, please.
Fly Katia 4247, turn right heading 330 degrees.
Radar 23 reviews for Katia 4247.
Radar 152, Aldergrove radar, good afternoon, cleared to Edinburgh via Blacka, climb
100 knots.
5,000 feet, squawk 3377.
Ryanair
V1.
152 clear
Rotate.
to Edinburgh via Blacka. Climb initially 5,000 feet and squawk 3377, Ryanair 152.
Radar 152, correct.
Radar
Positive
easy,
climb,
Papa
gives
ready for taxi.
Easy at Papa, state diagram number 2 in sequence.
Nav,
LM 380
KLM
First climb,
380
climb.
taxi on about Alpha 3, runway 04, Belfast City via Alpha.
Let's see, holding for runway 04 Alpha 3 via Alpha LM 380.
Easy 68 Mike Kilo, some traffic information, wait traffic's off your right hand side, mile and a half, 3,000 feet, company A319.
copy traffic info, thank you, easy 68 Mike.
And easy 904, traffic information for you as well, traffic is off your right hand
Swallows,
side, range
disarm,
1.3
flap
miles,
zero.
climbing through 3,000 feet, company A319.
Copy traffic.
Can't see the traffic. Autopilot 1's engaged now, make that left turn.
Fly Katia 4247, descent flight level 80.
Sentinel 80 for Katia 4247.
And easy 68 Mike Kilo, you can continue your climb now, flight level 190.
I'll give radar Easyjet Papa.
Easyjet Papa, go ahead.
We are ready for taxi.
Easyjet Papa, thank you. Follow the KLM, hold Alpha 3.
Hold Alpha 3, Easyjet Papa. KLM 380.
KLM 380, Alpha 3, line up with runway 04, Belfast City.
Okay, so we'll go through the clouds, get eyes on.
3 line up and wait, runway 04, KLM 380.
Easy 68 Mike Kilo, continue climb now, flight level 190.
Continue climb flight level 190. Here's the 68 Mike Kilo.
KLM 380, clear for take after departure, it's a right turn direct to Pepod, clear for takeoff from runway 04,
First climb,
Belfast City,
open climb,
wind 3
and
to 0
6
degrees,
pressure
6 knots.
190 blue.
Clear for takeoff runway 04 after departure, right turn to Bedford, KLM 380.
Easy 3
Belfast radar, Emerald 45 Golf Victor Victor 6.
Emerald 45 Victor Golf, follow the radar, good afternoon, radar building was 5.
Ding the seatbelt signs then, release the cabin crew.
Cheers, Emerald. Correction, Emerald 5, correction 45 Golf Victor. We are stand 2 at Belfast City. Everyone should Foxtrot on board on condition 1008. If at ATR 72-600 meters SI, fire up to Edinburgh, please.
No, I'm not using the
Emerald 45
DLSS. I'm
Victor,
not on the
clear
better
Edinburgh,
build, so
Blanca, climb initially 3,000 feet.
no, this is
Squawk
just
1453.
the public release.
Ever cruise to Edinburgh via Black Up to 3,000 feet and squawk 1453 for Emerald 45
Just can come
Golf.
off.
Flight Captain 4247, confirm you're descending flight level 80.
Return to 80, from flight catch 447.
Easy 34 Victor Yankee, clear for takeoff, runway 25 Aldergrove after departure, it's a left turn direct to Pepod, the wind is 340 degrees, 9 knots.
We'll take off 25, left turn direct Pepod, Easy 35 Yankee Victor.
Easy 904, turn left heading 340 degrees.
Welcome to use your electronic
Turn left
devices.
heading
Please
340,
remember to keep them in
8904.
airplane mode. Also,
Flight Captain 4247, turn right heading 060 degrees.
Turn right, and clear 70 degrees, catch 447.
Easy 8 Papa via Alpha 3, land with runway 04,
Everything looks nice and
Belfast
calm,
City.
so I'm happy to get the seatbelt signs off.
That's wait, runway 04 via Alpha 3, Easyjet Papa.
Autograph radar, good afternoon, Endurance 6 of Charlie, Beach 350, information Foxtrot, descending flight level 70, request traffic service outside.
Endurance 67 Charlie, Aldergrove radar, good afternoon, squawk 4260.
4260, Endurance 6 of Charlie.
KLM 380 for further climb, please.
KLM 380, continue climb flight level 80.
Continue climb flight level 80, KLM 380.
Endurance 67 Charlie, thank you. It's a traffic service outside of controlled airspace, taking your terrain clearance to QNH 1008.
Stand by, Endurance 6 of Charlie.
Easy 904, turn left heading 170.
Turn left heading 170, Easy 904.
Flight Katia 4247, you have approximately 35 track miles to go, descent altitude 5,000 feet. Aldergrove QNH is 1008.
Descent altitude QNH 108,
Easy 68 Mike Kilo, you're going to leave my airspace and continue your climb on Unicom 122.8. Have a good flight.
122 decimal, easy 68 Mike Kilo. Right, that's us free of ATC for a little bit. Not sure what's happening over the UK at the moment. And let's continue to our planned cruise. Well, it was only 2-3, so it's not going to be high at all. Thrust idle at open climb and 230 blue. Get airports up on the E-face. cabin crew will have started all their stuff now. They're going to have to really work out fast. And let me quickly get to our RadNav page. Clear everything out. Cost index of 0, of course, which is the Orange Airline SOPs. So we've cleared that. Second flight plan, we can sort that out. And then just get into the perf page. Sorry, the progress page. Echo Golf November Mike. And we're coming in on 3-2. Speed alt start, and there we go. Told you it doesn't take long to get up to cruise. What we at? Been flying for less than 9 minutes and we'll be at our cruising flight level. I don't really know. Oops.
Anticipate descent in about 10 minutes.
Just take air traffic control if we don't need them.
Expect the ILS runway 32 approach into Leeds.
So there we go. Gorgeous scenery, gorgeous clouds.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Do
we have
like
now
Flight
reached
Sim
cruising
24.
altitude, and we will begin our snack and drink service shortly. Today we have some delightful options available, including our tasty chicken wraps and delicious chocolate muffins. After the service, we will also be offering items.
You see, well, modern technology is
Keep an eye
great
out for that.
when
Thank
it
you for
works.
your attention, and we hope you enjoy your
I had an issue with my online banking app on my phone the other day, and it just wouldn't work. I had to uninstall it, reinstall it, and then having to get all of the codes. You had to ring the bank up and everything just to set it all back up again, which is an absolute nightmare. Don't have time to do stuff like that. Anyway, let me just try and reset the top bar for you. Mr. J, you now want a delicious chocolate muffin. You have to pay for them. Nothing's free on Easyjet. So I'm going to have a quick look ahead, see what we've got. Any ATC. I don't think we've got any air traffic control coming into Leeds or over the north. So that's what I said. We are going to vector ourselves in for that. We've already done our landing calculation. Admittedly, it was a dispatch landing calculation, so that's done. That's fine. Let's quickly zip through the SD pages just to make sure all of those are correct. Nothing's flashing, nothing's amber. Fuel used 850, yeah, that takes us up to the 4 tons which we're loaded with, so no fuel leak. Temperature conditions, all of those are good. System status, apart from the side stick error which we've always had. It's a feature on this channel. And that's it, so top of descent is not far away at all. Organ says he had to pause for about 10 minutes. He half expected us to be descending. Oh yeah, well, it won't be long. Top of descent is in about 65 miles, as we can see there. And there's that tailwind just perfectly pushing us along as planned. Alright, so let's have a look then at briefing the arrival. Let me see. Just bring this up. So, like I said, we've already had a quick look at the arrival and what we're going to do. Let's just talk about how we're going to do it now. There's nothing going to sort of catch us out. So we're coming in via the Paul Hill VOR, and it's Wallasey and then direct the Paul Hill. So Wallasey down here, direct up to Paul Hill, which is there. MSA as we're coming then is 3,500 feet, same as Manchester, and then just a little lower as we get 2,700 feet. Now that's good for us because the platform altitude for the approach, if you recall, is 3,000 feet, so we're not going to dip below MSA anyway until we are on the ILS. So the plan will be on leaving Paul Hill, we'll track towards the LBA, but then probably around here we'll sort of vector ourselves off, turning sort of southeast, come in and round, and then just get the next chart up. There it is. Yeah, so then we'll basically come in for a sort of like a 9-mile final, 3,000 feet, and then as we've already briefed what we're going to be doing, the approach, platform altitude, minimums are already in, so that's fine. Head of the game there. We will do a weather check because we need to sort that out, just make sure everything we put in previously is still as it is. It can of course have changed. And then we've just got a ground chart because we need to vacate to the right, I believe it is. So the chart loads up. Yeah, there we go. So hopefully we can stop and then get off at Alpha and then park at the sort of remote apron over there. I think only Jet 2 get to use the couple of walkways, jetways. So yeah, it should be, as the weather's nice today, it should be straightforward. Christian says, why is there good weather in Leeds? Wasn't sure that was even possible. It doesn't happen often, Christian. Definitely not. It's only when, because I've been flying in at night time for so long now, just jumping on with the evening streams does make you appreciate just how good it does look in the daytime. And you can see the aircraft is just sort of bouncing around a little bit. It's not on rails, is it, so to speak? Amagos, good evening to you, says, liked the video about the various MCDU options. Yeah, I can't tell you or anyone which one is the one that is, you know, the best. Everyone has its strong points, doesn't it? And as long as you're sort of informed by those, that's the main thing. Right, so Christian has just given us an updated metal. Let's just see what we've got then. Thank you, Christian. So we are at cruise. Set that to below. Cost index of 4. Let's have a look at our estimated landing weight. We planned it at 54.2. It's going to be 50. It's going to be about 54 point. That's going to be a little bit heavier, I think, looking at that. About 54.5. Yeah, about 54.5. So we will just now need to double check that we can still get. I'm sure we can. It's not going to be a problem. Oh, just wait for the tablet to load. So G and M, runway 32. It is dry. Landing weight is 54. Let's be a bit more conservative then. If we go 54.6. Auto brake low, flaps full. Yeah, so that's fine. Still get in. Might even use auto brake medium just because then we're not going to miss that that taxiway. So we'll do that. Alright, so happy with that, and we've also then got that new METAR information. Let's see what's changed there. So QNH still 1004, temperature is still 6, winds 3407. So it's just changed a little bit. We're still landing config full, minimums obviously they don't change, 900. And approach speed plans to be 125, no need to edit that. Well, that's absolutely fine. Devlar, good evening to you. Evening to the UK people, yes. What time is it? UK time is 25 to 5. Out-tank fuel transfer, that's fine. Don't often see that, we don't do flights with this little fuel on board. Have we got a discontinuity after the pop? I think we might have. Just double check that. Yeah, just clear that out. Should be on the ground in about 25 minutes. Devlin, am I using SU1 beta? No, I'm not. No, this is just the bog standard public build. I have heard very good things about SU1 beta, so excited to see that. Vindria, we are on VATSIM for the air traffic control, although there's not much around at the minute. God, that looks good. Easyjet stream, good evening to you. This is just really nice and peaceful. Sun's going to be setting obviously then as we get into Leeds, so I should look nice. Hey AV8, didn't see you in the chat. Will be interesting to see if it is bumpy as we're coming in. Remember that shear rate that we saw on the OFP? That was around top of descent. Which, as we said, this flight is not that far away. Just got a little bit of traffic there. It's a couple of thousand feet above us. I am hoping one of the things that Azobo and Microsoft sort out is the lights on other AI aircraft. It needs sorting. We can't see them at night time, which makes things very difficult when you're looking out for other traffic. And we've also just had a message. We have been provisionally assigned stand 17. We'll see if we get that. So how many people in the chat have actually purchased one of the McDoos, either from Wingflex, Windwing, or PU Career? In fact, you know what? That's a great question to ask. I might even set up a poll for that. 1 minute. So I'll run that poll and see what happens with that once we've landed. Shame it's a little bit cloudy. It would have been nice to see the Mersey as we were coming in. It's just down here. Windwing doing some awesome stuff. I can't. The stuff they're doing for the price they're doing it at as well is just incredible. Liverpool Airport is dead ahead of us. Just looking at that poll now. Okay, we've got about 28 votes in it. 39% of you have bought the Windwing. 61% of you have bought none. And nobody has bought any of the others. So I think Wingwing are going to clean up here, aren't they? Definitely. Paul says can't afford one, spending on a new bike. That's fair enough. Devler says the Chinese New Year threw everything off with the shipping. Yeah, they're all closed for a bit now, aren't they? Which is unfortunate, but never mind. I'm sure it'll sort itself out once they all reopen. Right, that's top of descent then for us. So let's start heading down. Thrust idle over descent and 80 blue.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now left our cruising altitude and have started our approach to Leeds. Please return to your seats and ensure your seatbelts are securely fastened. The use of lavatories is no longer permitted at this time. Thank you for your cooperation.
Devlar says his McDo is sat at an airport in China, but you won't see it for another week. It's probably true as well, isn't it? You can track everything now. So it's just literally sat in a warehouse somewhere. Okay, so there you can see sort of the plan, Pole Hill, and then we're going to sort of self-vector ourselves in and around here. Christian, be right back. I need a posh almond paste coffee. So, just a word of warning, I am expecting to crash the desktop as we get into Leeds because I have been an absolute plum and I have got 2 Leeds airport sceneries. I've got both the Orbex and Innobuilds installed in the community folder, so I don't know what is going to happen there. But, it could all go very wrong. But at least if it crashes this time, then the sim crashing is my fault and not the sim's fault. Mr. J, maybe it'll just combine into some sort of mega leads. What it might do is just completely flatten my GPU and CPU, and that'll be it. Game over. So if I disappear on the approach into Leeds, you know why, and I apologise in advance. Christian, worst thing that could happen is it might look weird on some spots, so we might get a wall on the runway. Oof. Well, let's not joke about that at the minute. So that would be cloud surfing in a minute, and that just looked gorgeous. That's beautiful. Yardi says maybe it'll make the runway twice the length. Devil, have I noticed satellite data imaging still appearing on the ground like flat planes, etc.? I noticed that occasionally. It was in VATSIM 2020, so it's not specific to 2024, that. Wind the speed up a bit just to start to drop underneath the profile, and then we can configure and sort ourselves out. Dwell says that's frightening, predicting your own demise that leads due to scenery issues. Yeah, well, just letting you guys know what might happen. Seatbelt signs on. Reza, is the PUA career build quality better than Wing? I personally think so, yes. The buttons are much, much firmer. It's nice and solid. I love the fact that you can just flick between different panels and aircraft as well. Hugh says his Fenix EFB flashes like crazy. You can't get the thing to stop. I've not had that. That might be a... Does that happen with the default livery? I would always try the Fenix aircraft with the default livery for troubleshooting. Anti-ice is on. Cabin crew, 15 minutes to landing.
Understood, Captain. I'll ensure the cabin is prepared for landing in 15 minutes.
Alright, so we'll activate our approach phase, so that's done. Landing system on, coming up to 10,000 feet. We'll get the landing lights on as well in a moment. That's it, we've lost sight of the sun now. Okay, set local pressure, QNH 1005. 4 and 3000 below, speed 250. Get the landing lights on.
Captain, cabin is ready.
Good to know.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now on our final approach into Leeds. Please turn off your electronic devices and stow them until we've arrived at the gate. Kindly put your tray tables away. Ensure your seats are in their full upright position and
India Lima
fasten your
Fox
seats.
is identified.
Once we land, Easyjet staff will provide you with information regarding your connected
Manchester
flights.
traffic from Jet 3
Thank you
Bravo
for your
Alpha,
cooperation.
20 miles out, to land runway 22 right.
Leeds traffic, easy 68 Mike Kilo. Overhead the Paul Hill VLR. Flying now southeast for self-vectoring for the ILS runway 32. Okay, so let's use our heading mode now. We'll just bring this around a little bit, so it's a bit more downwind than straight into here, because otherwise we're going to have a very acute turn, and we don't want that. VS as well, VS 900 is set. In the 7.3 you have to turn the igniters on to continuous for takeoff in the Airbus. You don't seem to do this. You do occasionally if you're in heavy rain. You do, but you don't. Yeah, it's not not on every takeoff. No. However, the IAE engines do have it on automatically, even if you've got it turned off down there. Okay, so let's just extend our runway centre line and tidy up the flight plan now that we're doing a sort of self-vectored entry.
Manchester traffic from Jet 3 Bravo Alpha, 10 miles out, runway 22 right.
So I'm just trying to find the inbound course. 138.
Manchester traffic from Jet 3 Bravo Alpha, coming. Island, bypass runway 23 right.
Runway centre line is in. Start slowing the aircraft down now, so select manage speed, thrust idle, open descent, speed's managed. Leeds Airport is over there somewhere, like the M62. What a rubbish road that is.
Traffic channel 6 back to stand.
Okay, approach checklist of the Barrier QNH is 1004. Seatbelt signs are on. Minimums are 900. Auto brake is medium. Engine mode selection is normal. EFB is stowed. Brian says, great news about chase plane coming. I know, that was one of my favourite purchases for FSX. Remembering that from years ago. Start teasing our aircraft then around now. Oh, Ryan, I can't remember how to use Chase Plane. It was a great piece of software, I remember that. Okay, flaps 1, speed's checked. Flaps 1. Speed 180. VS 500. And we've armed the approach. So all glass up, lock, room, cap 3, dual autopilot 1 and 2.
2,500.
Radio altimeter is alive. Bus driver, no, we're not on the sim update beta. This is the public build. I think we'll see the runway. Good news, it only looks like there's one of them at the minute. If you are just joining us, I've got two Leeds airport sceneries in the community folder, so I have no idea what's going to happen. Lock start. That's beautifully done. And we get a nice CDA. Everyone will be happy about that. Dropped out of the clouds, so anti-ice is not required.
Traffic check 63 Alpha, Alpha, Delta, Alpha, Delta, back traffic 33.
Christian, you do make a very good point. Why have we not picked up the glide slope? I'm wondering if this is an issue with having two. Flaps 2, speed was checked. With having two things, because this looks like this is going to be a very steep approach now. It was a 3-degree glide, wasn't it? Manage the speed, gear down, arm the spoilers. All lights on. Leeds traffic easy 68 Mike Kilo, established on LS 32, 5 mile final. Flaps 3. Flaps full. Actually, Christian, yeah, there is the landing elevation. Because it is, I think it's 815 feet. It's the high, isn't it? The highest runway in the UK. So we might have had another 1,000 feet to play with, but never mind. Cabin crew seats for landing.
Okay,
We'll be interested to see what happens
take seats for landing.
as we get a little bit closer. Okay, autopilot's off. It's mine to crash. We have double runway and double runway lights. So that wind's just spun round. We had a bit of wind blowing us from the right. It's now just come more of a headwind, so that's why we've just drifted off that centre line. It's now also spinning round to the left. Look, back in the slack.
500. 100 above. Minimum.
Continue. Looks like Manchester. A bit of a hump right on the landing zone.
100.
Light slow.
40. 30. 20. Retard. 5.
Bit of a double runway, as we predicted. You can see that. So, spoilers deployed, reverse green, decel. Anyone wondering why there's two runways? It's because I've got two sceneries in, because I'm an idiot. First off, manual brakes. Which centre line do we follow?
Well, that was quite the landing, wasn't it? A bit of a bounce there, but we made it safely to Leeds. Welcome to Leeds Bradford Airport, where the current temperature is a chilly 4 degrees Celsius with scattered clouds at 2,900 feet. Did you know Leeds is famous for its rich industrial heritage and is home to the largest city park in Europe, Roundhay Park? Thank you for flying with Easyjet UK today. Please remain seated until we reach our final parking position. On behalf of Captain Easyjet Simpilot, First Officer, and the entire crew, Emily, Jack, Sarah and Tom, we wish you a wonderful stay in Leeds.
Right, let's get parked up. That one can come off as well. My overhead doesn't control that one. Let's get the APU up and running. That's like Christian says, you have to bounce into Leeds. It's it's part of the SOP. As is turning off the oh no, not the transponder. Turning off that. Turning off that. Remlin, she's rather critical. She's critical every flight we do.
FSTraffic, Easyjet, Papa, established runway 23 right, MSFS.
Interesting differences in the two sceneries. Like I said, I've for some reason, because I completely forgot, I've got both Orbex and Inibuild's scenery installed in the community folder, which is why we've got two of everything. So you can see we've got two taxi lines that we're following here. Both look slightly different. I wonder which one's more realistic. That wind turbine, Christian, it's probably powering the whole airport, that. It's usually very windy up here. Team Simple says I've got to pick a line, middle's not an option. Aw. Right, we were originally told stand 17, weren't we? Which is all the way down here. Of course, they've thrown Easyjet right at the end of the line. I am very impressed it's not crashed with the two sceneries in. GSX might have a hard time knowing which gate to follow. Yeah, here we go, right at the end. Taunting me in front of the Jet 2 stand. Virtual pilot, you are late. So sorry about that. Okay, good stuff. Parking brakes are on. It's been more than 3 minutes. Let's shut everything down. Get APU bleed on. Engine 1 off. Engine 2 off. Give that a couple of seconds. Just let the N% drop. It's off. And then we can start the deboarding process. There you go, below 10%. Beacon light is off. Seatbelt signs off. Deboarding can commence. Oh, where have you gone? Oh, deboarding is automatically requested. Fantastic. Well, there we are, guys. It was a short flight today, but hopefully you have enjoyed it. Apart from the fact we've had two leads. No, one lead is enough, definitely. But yeah. Well, I do enjoy the busy flights and the fact that it was daytime. Really nice to see as well. In jet, it's usually about a 30-minute turnaround, but yeah, you're right. It has to all be done very, very quickly. So guys, thank you so much for watching. A massive shout out as always to our Easyjet and Pilot channel members. Awesome support as always from you guys. Great to see you on board today, and everyone else as well. Thank you so much for coming in and watching. Remember to join our Discord server. We've also got our discount codes as well down below for the Contrail store. Don't forget to check out InnoBuilds as well, our other channel partner. If you like the cabin crew announcements that we have and all that stuff, then please don't forget to check that out. That is Say Intentions. Again, link in the video description below. And yeah, until next time, I look forward to seeing you all again. Have a great evening, everyone, and I shall see you all again really soon. Good night, guys. Bye bye.